local blood, local walls for protagonist corner, and the first episode of Let's Play Star Trek Resurgence. I know I already have 2 LPs of Lord of the Shadow, but I'm a huge Trek fan. I've had the thing for a couple days, and I've wanted to play it ever since. So I thought I was gonna wait till the weekend until Bertie was here to help read stuff, but we really didn't do that. We started here, we find for ourselves. What you need to know about this game is it's essentially a Telltale one. I don't know if this was done by anyone associated with Telltale games, but I would not be surprised if that was the case. Well, that I will look into on the weekend, but for now, let's begin our journey. And for the time being, I'll keep my personal file. If I get harder for space or decide I don't want it, we'll do without it. But you know, I figure it's been helpful so far for me to be a little ahead of you guys for what's happening in the stories. I know what I want to do, I know what I don't, so on and so forth. But well, we can still talk for it because we're still doing opening credits here. So questions and comments. Are you a Trek fan? If so, what's your favorite series or movie? For me, it's probably Deep Space Nine with Discovery as close
I was restless.
Oh.
After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down.
And ion storm in the middle of space, that's gotta be a good thing, right?
Different. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy, the nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good. The new first officer is en route to the resident.
Our seeing some characters.
Jura Rydek. I know
Jura Rydek. Meet Jura Rydek, by the way. There she is. This is a photography they put in the conversation. Oh, no. Nice catch.
Thanks.
No problem.
I'm not great with flying. But these little shuttles are the worst.
Here's a tip. Don't close your eyes. You'd think that would make it easier, but it only makes it worse.
Well, of course it makes it worse. You don't see what's in front of you.
Just focus on that.
I'll give it a try. Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
It's alright, you're doing fine.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
Yeah, that's where we're going. I did a literal gas little picture. That's one person.
But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
And we are free walking. And we're on some sort of starbase. Maybe this interactive will tell us what starbase we're on.
A starbase on the very edge of Federation space.
That pretty much sums it up. 28, I guess, if I saw that correctly. Now, Jura here is not our only playable character. We also play as one of the engineers on the Resurgence. But we'll get to him, we'll get to him. And it's better what the...
Commander? I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way.
It's
I
fine,
actually
you
did
are.
well at the academy.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalen test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Vintaris 5.
I know,
Anyway,
I know
I
that
finished in
part,
the
but
top
nothing
20.
makes the Kobe
Not just in my class.
easy.
I mean,
We will
all
say
time,
this, though.
in the history of the academy.
Only top 20, huh? So I guess there's room for improvement.
Ooh! Okay. FYI. Sometimes I typically reading stuff. I thought it was the album press, and it's not. So we are going to reset that and hope the whole thing doesn't start over again. Sounds like fun, huh? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And we want save file 3. Save file 3. We have save file 3. Do we have save file 3? I need to continue. We'll know in a second. Oh, that's not good. See, this is why I'll never be around for this. But like, this is a don't hide the chair moment. In case it's the first time you're finding my channel, someone with a disability gets in the way. We don't hide when it happens. It'll give us more of a chance to chat, though. Obviously, I'm trying to play Rydek pretty cleanly
Captain's log,
here.
stardate
But like,
57931.9.
because I wanted to like, I mean, a person can have issues, but like,
After spending too many months piecing our ship back together,
being that cocky,
finally about to
it's too
venture
much
out
of an
on
issue.
our
And
mission.
besides, when you see her not cocky,
And the crew isn't letting this
Um,
unprecedented
when
iron
she's
storm
not cocky,
slow them down.
something funnier is going to happen here. And I'm not going to spoil, even though
They're
I'm
ready for
very
something
happy to do
different.
that.
I know I am.
You know what? I need to remember put in a timestamp.
Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same.
For when we get to acting
Century.
gameplay here, so you got
Nature of
so
the
you guys know
universe.
precisely what to skip to. For now,
Change
it's
is
on the
inevitable.
bottom.
And
For
while
now, it's on
entropy
that
says
little
order gives way to chaos,
tracker that you
this
this is the bottom of your YouTube video.
is
You can
good.
use that, but like, I'm hoping we'll be able to edit this out. Because DaVinci been doing this problem. That is the new editing software you guys might have heard me talk about.
Our new first officer is en route to the
We still haven't
rescue.
figured out how to use it yet. We're
Jura
working on it.
Rydek.
None of us are editors. I'm definitely not. As you see, sometimes with me even reading stuff is interesting. The only instance like that we have here. And I'll be able to take my time, use my eyeballs, and keep my characters honest. Almost missed that. Wow.
Thanks.
Not good.
No problem.
I'm not great with flying. But these little shuttles are the worst.
Here's a tip. Don't close your eyes. You'd think that would make it easier, but it only makes it worse. Look out the window, pick a star, and just focus on that.
I'll give it a
Sort
try.
of like the person in the window I heard about in college. Love that movie from time.
Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
It won't be easy for Jara to step into the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
Well, actually, let's so we can do that. Star Trek, if you do want to get a Star Trek in the franchise, or Space Station, where would you be? For me, I'm not sure I'm gonna say, I'm not sure I'm gonna be boring and say, and say Diaz not. I think I'd have to say Voyager, because I like the idea of being far from home and needing to fend for yourself. In fact, I wish Voyager had focused on it a lot more. I'm certainly not the first person to have said that. Now I know we already saw this, but I do for my own purposes want to take a look at the Starbase one more time, just to make sure I still have that number correctly.
A starbase on the very edge of Federation space.
Oh,
Long
yes
way
it is.
from home
Okay.
now.
Oh, alright. And I didn't see what we need for them. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Commander? I'm not
I like
usually
that.
such a nervous
I like
wreck.
that Justin noticed.
I actually did well at the academy.
I didn't realize
Oh, yeah?
it myself.
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pinto.
Oh yeah, I think I'll go to
Anyway,
I forgot to do that.
I finished in the top 20. Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the academy.
Really? That's quite impressive.
That's better.
It was tough. But you know, I set my mind to it and it paid off.
Now, I have to watch on the edit. I might have to get rid of that last bit or two if I edit this. But like I said, if you don't have to share them, I really don't think I have to edit it, actually.
Please place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds.
Okay, so track it over. You don't make you hold it in the QTE with the surprise.
Welcome, Commander Rydek.
Wait, you're Jura Rydek? You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test. You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before. I just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground, so to speak.
The pleasure's mine, Ensign.
Paul Calloway.
Good to meet you.
I believe Commander Ermont is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
Okay.
See you on the reservoir.
Before I forget, Kobayashi Maru, for those who don't know, is a simulation that all sort of late-term Starfleet cadets run through to help them deal with the fact that if they're in command, they might lose a ship or at least be under their command. So it basically forces you to deal with loss. So in any way that matters, not many tests could be harder than that. I mean, the survival test might expect more of those who take it if it's something that can be beaten, or at least completed. But like, because of Dr. Maru, like that, you have to accept loss, and not just loss of a game, but loss of people. I know even as a gamer, it's hard for me to even lose a player character every now and again in a game like say Detroit Become Human.
Good day, Commander.
Which, by the way, is going to the channel eventually. Let's try to walk this off. But anyway, so because of the whole emotional level, I think the Kobayashi Maru might be more difficult than any other test. But then I didn't know about the survival test. Is it something that has been in the war before this? If it is, and you know, tell me it's not, and you know, also tell me that. I could look it up, but I would rather talk to you guys. Anyway. Yeah, I know that's becoming a verbal project on the whole anyway. I'll try to work on that.
If I remember my briefing, Commander Ermont is a bully, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin.
Okie dokie, and you're also looking for someone else to talk to. I know that for a fact we'll see if we can find them. No guarantees though.
Starbase 128 has 4 docks.
Oh, 128. Yeah, so that is all we know about it. It doesn't matter what we need.
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board.
It would be convenient, but it would be so weird if food kind of wasn't real anymore. I would totally miss it even if it could replicate the smell, feel, taste, everything else. Like, there's just an element of artistry that would go away if we could just 3D print our food, even if it is fun.
Excuse me.
Oh, I don't want to find you yet. I want Rydek to have one of the movies available here someplace. And I think it's over there. Oh, you're just the one that told me.
Excuse me. Have you seen a Bolian around here?
Oh,
Yes, sir.
yeah, that's
Right back
something
there,
I
near the
wanna
replicator.
find. And yeah, we can keep.
Ah, there he is. Thank you. Happy to help, Commander.
That it's even funnier under the current circumstances. And then I know there's somebody by a display like this that I want to see. I wanted to help out somebody who's lost. Mostly because I get lost all the time. People who've been watching me play Final Fantasy have seen it, and really you're seeing it now. Because I'm looking for this NPC and trying out finding this in my life. Oh, here we go.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Why is everybody here going to the same ship?
The Resolute
This
is
is a starbase
Stop.
filled with thousands of people at
Oh,
least.
right. Nerves must be
Usually
killing me.
people are going, well, in this continuity, I know Star Trek is real. Thanks for pointing it out if you did. But usually,
Thanks so
people
much,
in this
Commander.
continuity are headed to different deployments. So far, everyone we've met happens to be going to the Resolute. Oh, rain's over. Now where's our golden friend? I lost him for a scene that didn't mean all that much. Oh, definitely will find him, but...
Yeah.
Don't you know everyone here is? Oh god. Oh, they're already talking about that. Major plot point dropped in a side conversation. Cool. I love when things like that happen though. It makes the world seem a little bit more organic. If it happens too many times, the effect gets like dispelled. I was gonna say but like undercut means it's still there. If you do too much of stuff like that, like it doesn't get the positive effect of making the world seem real and distant more. But you know, but if you keep a happy medium, like I hope they will, it's a good thing. Anyway, hello, Mr. Bowling. I know that was slightly racist, but it's not a real world. That we kind of know, you know. So I like the old kid.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermat, Operations Officer on the Resolute. Commander?
Don't get on his bad side. He fires the photon torpedo.
I hope there wasn't too much trouble getting here. This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now. I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
It was perfectly fine. No trouble at all.
I'm glad to hear it. We're grateful you were able to come fill our first officer vacancy at such short notice. From everything I've heard,
Made that sound more right. You could have gone, we're glad you could fill her girlfriend vacancy. That would have made it sound worse, but that's what he would have had to do. I didn't even know it was said, so...
You can spare me the flattery, Mr. Ermat. I'm here to work.
I'll say it.
Stick to the matter.
It really seems like he was trying to be dramatic. And also, it's a reminder to pay attention to 3 hours of adventure games, which I failed to do in that room. That's part of the reason why I'm not researching. It's not like I was looking for something else in the day.
The USS
If I
Resurgence.
wasn't looking, I'd call
She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can...
All Star Trek ships look awesome. Stop
She
lying.
doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half.
Oh good God, it's horrifying.
It was an accident?
Do you always scare your new crewmates like this?
An accident suggests fault, but no one.
No, accident. Okay, let's talk. Accident does not suggest fault. Accident suggests it was something beyond or removed from fault. Appropriate, like, an act of war suggests fault. An act of uncontrolled aggression suggests fault. A plot against the crew suggests fault. The word accident does not suggest fault. Sorry, learn your English or whatever language we're speaking with the help of the universal translator right now.
But the warp core was pushed beyond its limit. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed. We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew. At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each
Are you
other.
actually the unluckiest ship in all
That's
of
what
Star
it
Trek?
means to be a crew.
Ooh, you can.
With hundreds of crew members aboard the ship, it could have been so much worse.
True.
I guess that's
But you never
optimistic,
get
but
that way. You can't help but replay events in your head and think about the things you could have done instead. Listen, I realize you've known Captain Solana for quite some time, and I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake. You should have promoted from
why
within.
are you saying this?
So you might want to tread lightly at first,
No,
until they come to value your contributions as much as he does.
All due respect to anyone that feels that way. They're gonna have to get over it. I'm
Yeah,
here.
stand up for
Job to
yourself.
do,
You go,
just
girl.
like anyone else.
I know that was perhaps the most 90 thing I ever said.
Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the Hotari region. I'll let the captain brief you on board. I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention.
Oh, turn free walk.
The crew has been working around the
You
clock
go
to
for
get the
meal
show
or
ready.
the stick
There's still
or
so much to
something.
do.
And oh, left stick, Jonathan. Left stick. There you go. Oh, this is our new engineer buddy.
Stuck.
I guess I'll go for
Just
a
the
second.
thing.
Oh, we need full. Okay. Let's. Okay. That looks. Okay. Let's do this. You guys are on. That looks a little like a phaser or something. We're not doing that. This looks frilly, so I guess we do that. I'm not quite sure what that even is. Honestly, I know. We're gonna revoke my trekking card, and if I have to be honest, let's go here. Yeah. There you go. And that looks like it's seen better days. Whatever that is, it needs to be replaced ASAP. We're completely apart. It's okay. I didn't get my retinal left confused or anything like that. It's fine. I'm fine. They always ape like famous quick pedals. Lower deck is like this.
I thought the thing was totally
Trying
fine.
to do this perfect. Oh. I'll deal with that later if I really want to. And you pay attention.
Nice work, Carter.
Nothing to it, Millie.
And not a moment too soon.
Love nah.
The boss wants us down in engineering. Like, now.
Anyway, Lower Decks was a kind of famous, 7-season Star Trek Next Generation episode, TNG fans, where it was all about, like, the junior staffers you never see, and how they cultivated away from one ship. And I know of at least one other chapter title that aped another famous,
I can see myself. And you know what? Not half bad.
Carter Diaz!
That was cute. Anyway. Yeah, there's my anyway truck again, sorry about that. This chick until I'm in her nose, or at least in a reflective surface. I don't know if it technically was a mirror.
Not after the retrofit. Bulkhead cuts it off in section 2. New computer reroutes.
So then,
I'm thinking we'll have to do the work in that tube. Then take the turbo lift from section 2 to section 3.
wait, there's a subfloor crossover around junction 32.
Hurry up!
What do you have against using the turbo lift?
Nothing, I just like running the tubes. It's my domain.
Time's a-wasting.
Yeah, I know. I'm enjoying life. Look at Mark. I'm squeezing the mirror out of the moment of life. You should be doing the same thing. I wasn't lost or anything. We get lost in the hallway. Here's the world.
I heard
Here's
that
the
you had
world for the
subjects
video.
arrived.
Better do that.
Be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovak called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
Your optimism is positively contagious.
That's the idea.
Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovak.
We were just looking for
Hi,
you.
I'm the Gruff Vulcan of
Deputy
the
Officers
series,
Ed
or
Solar.
the show, the game, the story.
Diaz, I was beginning to think you would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Etzelar on repeated occasions.
Apologies for the delay, Commander.
I do not want your apologies. Simply see to it that it does not happen again.
In other words, don't be sorry, be better!
So, I don't suppose you wanted us
Something
down
like
here to
that,
check in
Laura.
before
I mean,
we
other
go
than
off
that.
duty?
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
Commander, if this energy storm is causing problems here at Space Dock, What does that say about what we're gonna find when we head out there for real?
We're in
Should we let the storm pass?
Long-range sensors show that conditions will indeed be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. Thusly, we are taking all necessary precautions. You have your
Tell
orders.
me they won't be
Do
enough.
not delay.
Yes,
Roger
Commander
that.
Chobak.
At least not at first.
All hands on deck.
That probably was the title. Probably not
All
Lower Decks.
hands on
Again,
deck.
Jonathan's
That's
business,
what
not
Chobak
that.
said. You know what that means? It means this ship isn't ready to go out and the brass know it. So they're throwing every one body at it. And they're going to leave on schedule. Consequences be damned.
You won't get an argument from me, Nelly. Sure seems like everyone's still scrambling.
And I get it. When has a relaunch ever gone off without a hitch? But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Oh, whoa.
Excuse me.
A lot of new faces coming on board. It's gotta be
I
tough
love the
coming
fact
as
that
a
there's a trail.
replacement.
You can tell it is. Oh, okay.
That's for sure.
We've been through a whole hell of a lot as a crew. They're gonna have to prove themselves before they're really one of us.
Yeah, you're right. Anyone could look serious in a clean uniform. Show me what you can do when everything's falling apart. Hold on. Now there's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda!
You weren't gonna leave without me, were you?
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
I'm gonna take the high road here, pretend you didn't say that, and welcome you aboard.
He's a better diplomat than I am.
He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy. Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a
Well,
proper
you see,
welcome.
when he drinks and at least if it's his
As
fault.
soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Thank you for the helmet.
Here, let me help you.
Thanks.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Whoa.
Good to go.
Thank you. Say thank you to the girl. I mean, I know it's implied. I mean, I know you like
See
each
you on the
other.
other side.
But still, civility is a good thing.
Activating magnetic souls.
When John fixes his armor. Where is my cursor? Oh, there it is. I saw the yellow, not anything else. That was good before we can zombie or anything. Yeah, left, there we go. Even the opening theme to 2001 thing right now. Oh, that was pretty bad. Why did you do that? I failed miserably. Oh, an old series. New soundtracks. I wonder if they saw like little models of what I would actually want. Oh no. We get to see
Survivor should be here momentarily.
After school going things.
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Koblions. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of
Is that
duridium in
some
Sigma,
foreground
so there's no
that
risk of
you
running out.
Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself at home. And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
Yeah, apparently there is something to see. Plus, maybe I'm seeing things. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're gonna say I'm saying things.
Just a sip of something. Tea.
You know, funny story. We're over at sea. Captain Picard's favorite drink is legitimately one of mine.
That's lovely.
Is there anything that you share with one of your favorite characters? Or am I just being a freaking nerd for caring about that? Let me know
Jura
your way.
Rydek. Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. The regret is, we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare.
That would be totally unnecessary. I don't need any pomp and
Yeah,
circumstance.
she's brown nosing, so
I've
what?
been here all of 5 minutes, and already you're trying to make us more efficient. I like it. As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
I heard that you had an equipment malfunction.
Is that what they're calling it? No, that's just someone being generous. If anything, it was a leadership malfunction. We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology.
Hey, that's another good sci-fi
10,000
show.
teradynes per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career. Right there, within our grasp. Till it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship can handle. It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility. It was my decision to make, and I have to live with the consequences.
You have to look to the future. You can't dwell on the past, on things you can't change.
There's nothing that can be done about it now. In my defense, I will say, I might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me. There was a lot of pushback from my former XO. I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account. But once we decide on the course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work. And that's when things start to go sideways.
Whether I agree or disagree, I can promise that I'll be honest to a fault.
Good. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But at the end of the day, it has to be my call. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least, I can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here. We need a
More than your
win.
career is what it's what everyone is your
Lose
career.
confidence.
They need to be nervous though.
I understand.
That's the code we got from the roots when it's very small.
Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Otari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations.
Why would a science vessel get hooked out? Just curious.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hatari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagined the interference will be exponentially greater. But the diplomat will brief us on the details of the rendezvous.
Who is the senior diplomat we're escorting?
That I don't know. Starfleet hasn't said. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure.
No pressure or anything.
Whether that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
It's been a dream of mine since before I can remember. So I would be honored to become a captain someday.
As long as you're willing to do the work, you have my promise. I'll do everything in my power to see that it happens.
Thank you.
Come, let me introduce you to the crew. Everyone, if I could have your attention for a moment. I'd like to introduce Commander Jura Rydek, our new first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman, one of the best in the business.
One of?
Well, what he lacks
Okay, not Tom Paris.
more in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Well, basically like Tom Paris.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian. I've been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time. And I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
If anything, the honor is mine.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad. Because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people.
Yeah, that's gonna get ruined there for a while.
You were one of those people once.
You're different, you're broken. What's the name for pretend we're talking about it? What's the door talking about?
I really admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not that I've done anything close to what you've done.
That's very kind of you to say, but enough about me.
Yeah, we're going with
that.
that.
Oh, yes, of course.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont. Please do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. I have an urgent meeting.
Okay, let's care about that real quickly. That's one flaw I've seen with this game a lot during my time with it. Occasionally, near the beginning or end of scenes, lines will repeat. But like the weird thing is, we're in neither of the streets and we're kind of evenly in the middle and it's still happening. That's something you would think they would have they would have eventually gotten wise to and fixed before release. Maybe they'll release a patch. Maybe they'll give us a patch soon to take care of it. Because it can get annoying there for a while. The whole repeating lines thing. Anyway.
Get our authorization to get underway. they drag their feet any longer. The bridge is yours.
Thank you kindly. That's tasty.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Permission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field, now.
Entering maintenance mode. Condition blue.
That one you read it wrong of some type.
The storm is getting worse.
Looks like they turned off the Sith.
We don't like baseball,
Get to
didn't
that
play
emitter.
anymore. We will march as slowly as humanly possible.
Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
Can't you guys do a
Still
little
got some stars
faster?
on
I'm pushing
It
the
has
stickers there as hard as I can.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured
Yeah,
On the outside of the ship.
if you
No.
do early, you're gonna get more than right out of town, dude.
it. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all, but it's still a machine.
I am more than that. And so are
So
you.
are you, dude?
You wanted to get
You're
away.
mine.
I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere. See new worlds. Look up at a sky no one's ever seen before.
See how
Just because I'm
you
cranking a
like
hyperspanner up in a
like
Jeffries tube today
the
doesn't
old
mean
girl
that's where I'm
never
going to
been
be.
before.
Diaz to Commander Chovak. We are at the Sith emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Off we go.
Beginning recalibration.
Oh, we did really sorry about that, guys.
Careful. Too much action and harmonics will deflect the alignment.
Yeah. Careful, it's not what it's definitely not something I'm being right now. It's not acknowledging the button press the way that I would like.
Light touch, Carter.
Just go home, Martin. Are you too good for your home? I'm thinking I have to go more right now. Am I the one liking that movie? Let me know. First of all, are you a Sandler fan? If not, then we have it. If so, where would you rate Happy Gilmore? Let's go 1 to 10. Personally, I think the Wonder Boys is better, but what do you guys think? Go home already! Get into the center! Ooh, overshot it! Wider than that. Ooh. Oh, so you get
Looks good.
That
wasn't so hard.
Is it really pretty like that? It's acting and sounding kind of like a bomb.
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive.
No, it just means I don't remember what it was.
Yes, I'm the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
What a very impressive list of credentials.
This is a research and discovery ship, first and foremost. Now with a former tactical officer as its new first officer. I'm curious, though. A Kobliad, or half in your case, is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition.
I'm wondering if science is developing out. Let's find
For
out.
example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion. What would happen then? You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario, but not outside the realm of possibility.
Like I said, in my entire career, it's never been an issue. Or caused this. And I don't expect this to be any different.
I like that.
I was just
Yeah, I like
curious,
that.
that's all. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no
You haven't
reason
been
to
anything
stop
else?
now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are...
I mean no disrespect, but I'm going to give it to you
loved by
anyway.
the crew. And he was one of my closest friends.
Mr. Westbrook, if you have some kind of problem with me, and you just met me so it has nothing to do with me, you're gonna have to figure out how to get over it. Because I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. I'll stick to science. That is what
Thank
this
you.
ship is for.
Very well.
Nice job, though!
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
We've got a massive energy
Yeah,
wave
the
inbound
plasma
on
was
screen.
picking up. Yeah. I had the shield up, man.
Tracing its trajectory. Starbase docking clamps are holding. The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, We're about to get hit by a wideband burst of ionic energy. Like a tsunami.
Again, a shield up member.
I'm reading power abnormalities all over the ship.
Estimated time.
Red alert.
Aye. Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
Wait, there's a...
Sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford to get it wrong.
That's right, which is why we need to send power to our shields.
Petrosian, get those shields up.
Rerouting power to shields. Stand by. I need a heading. We've only got one shot.
Understood. On my command.
Heading locked.
Raise shields.
This is it.
All hands, brace for impact.
Surge radiation.
Oh, that's probably
You don't say.
That's David
Radiation
Chocolate.
supercharge the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
Blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
We've reached the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Got him.
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core
I need to
shutdown.
cursor around to do that. But there it is, there it is. You know, a pointer. You can't go with a cursor from PC on PS5, so. There you go.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
The old switcheroo.
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the
That
discharges
is trouble. That means the first time we got any probes.
I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
There we go.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
Move it, move it! None of this slow walk stuff. We'll make it more plasma on you. It'll roll!
Damaged your suit. Energy dampening is down to 60%.
Harder!
That hurt.
Again.
Oh yeah, that is indeed the first time I broke. I saw it coming.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that
Take
there's
two.
really an up, but, you know.
That is the first time I broke, and unfortunately won't be the last. Learn something new every day. Hopefully read stuff. I thought it was yeah, like that. Okay, awesome. Oh, and then we used to be sure. Okay, there we go. Much later coming around. And here. Maybe less work than another. Sure.
We're almost to the regulator.
Thank God for small favors.
Are you alright?
Yeah,
It's okay.
took most of it. Just snuck up on me.
That damaged your suit. Energy dampening is down to 60%.
Green clear.
We're at the regulator. Opening the access panel.
Now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
Something I'm real good at doing pretty soon. This is like Simon says.
EPS manifold adjusters resets a neutral.
Simon, you know, the button, the colorful button and the beat tones. The round circular thing about it. The round circular thing, oh, let me read it.
The EPS lines to the port warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Choluck.
Oh, more than a second, I want to save that. Oh, that's a bang, we go.
Get down!
Thank you.
Here's the bridge. We just lost the docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. Hull vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The
Yeah, I
clamp is
think there's
supposed
one.
to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put them through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
The docking clamp isn't functioning. We're exploring our options.
Option is to detonate the emergency release.
Commander, hear me.
Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps. And repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? This isn't your call to make. Blow the...
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order. Jara?
Yes, sir. Disengaging the clamps.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. The captain made himself quite clear. Reverse the polarity. There is protocol.
And there are lives.
We're going to blow the bolts. Starbase, stand by. We'll warn our crew to take cover.
Get it done, Rydek.
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jura Rydek. Be advised, you have more micro debris in
I wouldn't say you're acting captain. You're still the
Cover?
dude.
Billy, get into the access panel. It's armored with uranium.
What about you?
Back to your
Carter,
border.
maybe we can both live behind this.
There's no way.
Anyway, how do you work? Thank you for giving me plenty of time on that one.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
We don't need to fun a second ago, but now it's real stakes. We need to keep this thing in the field. Don't lose it. Keep it. Yeah. Oh, that's a cheater. She helps him. That's pretty sweet. It's sweet. It's a little sweet. But it's not sweet. It's the fact that our thing isn't working. Oh, because there's no rushing that far. And it is not. My eyes are not so good, what can I say?
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jura Rydek. Be advised.
Still
you
the
have
one way to
more
report
debris
yourself.
incoming.
Commander,
Find
really?
cover.
Cover? Nearly.
That is
Get into
great.
the access panel. It's armored with uranium.
But what about you? Carter, maybe we can both fit behind this.
There's no way.
They've blown the other docking clamp. Hurry!
Where is that? Where's the cursor? I didn't see the cursor. Where's that? Oh! I just realized this one acting one. The game was too nice to me and I didn't know where to react. Like I said, we give you plenty of time.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
And left stick, Johnny. Yeah, that's my favorite feeling in sequence. She helped me out. I love it. Bonk. Oh, yeah. Dead one, please. Thank you.
I got you. Petty Officer Edselar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed.
I know, second repeating line.
You are at risk of triggering a
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There's an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edselar there to access the interior.
Roger that.
And again, as slowly as possible, we're doing the rough or anything. What is it, sleepwalking? That's what it looks like.
I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
That's a black medium wake-up call. Not that I'm white.
You go first.
What?
Let me save your
No, I'm
neck
ready
this
for
time.
it. Sorry.
No time to fight me on this. Get in there.
Not on your life.
Yeah, Ray's much better than that.
Let's not let it come down to that.
It's a battle sword. Well, yeah, it's a battle sword. It's supposed to be good one. It's okay. It's fine.
We made it.
They're safe, bringing the Sif fully online.
Do it.
The price of duty is $19.95.
Nilly.
I'm good. Help me with him.
Let's get this off.
Like I said, Battlestar, it's fine.
Carter. You don't look so good. You gotta be more careful. I just got here. I'm not ready to see you two get blown to space dust just yet.
Not
Now
happening.
let's get you down to sickbay.
Great.
Well, at least not happening canonically. With me playing, it's probably happening more than once. Well, it's already happened more than once. You know what I mean. It's probably happening several times, just not canonically.
Status report.
The repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Amat?
The Resolute suffered damage from the exploding bolts, but we've successfully moored to the station. The ship is secure. Our systems are coming back online, but we have a fair amount of repairs before we're ready to go.
Put a halt on the roll-off of Starbase engineering staff. We have a schedule to keep. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
Yeah, that's worth a breath. Not next details, the first day.
What a debacle. I was caught with my pants down. Not even
That's not even what we need.
the wave hit. I had to go running out of the Starbase commander's office just to... But you followed my order.
Of course.
I appreciate that. Hell, I'm relieved.
I did it because it was the right thing to do at the time. It's protocol for a reason.
That doesn't make this better, Jara. But you see my problem, don't you? They were all against me on that bridge.
You're
Go
terrible,
against
dude.
my orders. I'm not blind to it.
I don't speak for anyone else, but you know I'm in your corner. You're my captain, and I'll stand behind you.
It takes more than the two of us to run this ship, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it can start with the two of you.
Oh. Drink?
Sure. Thank you.
Your predecessor, Commander Sutherland, is missed. But for all the adoration of the crew, including the senior staff, I just couldn't rely on him. He would question, undermine me in front of the crew.
Yeah, you're more than a victim.
Sometimes think they still hear his voice. That sort of thing is a way of lingering. And you can't argue with a ghost.
I'm not Commander Sutherland. I'm not saying we won't have our disagreements. In fact, I'm sure we will. But I'm also sure they will be different disagreements than you had in the past.
Perhaps that change will be enough. Now, this won't be easy. But I'm glad I have you here with me.
Glad to be here, Captain.
Yeah, and despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermont, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and then we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
Lobby's up.
Ready or not? Here we go.
All departments reporting full mission readiness. All departments reporting full mission readiness.
That's number 3. One repeat.
Right now.
The start of
Get
the
that back here,
mission
somebody.
is full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate can sell it as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone.
Ruff, ruff.
You all know, I'm not big on speeches.
But I'm gonna make one anyway.
First
And it's
mission
gonna be a
since
long
our
one.
refit.
Yes.
Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Okay, well that wasn't that bad.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar.
It would be funny if in the cells of the weird thing, whack the space dot, put the beating out, put the beating galaxy flash. Put the beating on the galaxy flash. That's perfect, our galaxy.
That should do it. Set a course for the Hotari
We're
system.
working at an angle.
Prepare to go to
We're
war.
back into the
Hi,
base.
Captain.
You know what? You take this one.
Me?
I like that shot.
Helm. Do it.
Nicely done.
This place presents its charm.
Easy. Thank you. I'm fine. Really,
You don't look so good.
Yeah, the news ring said you probably want to. Did I see the red there? Yeah, I see a lot of red there. The news ring says you're.
I have to get to
that you need to take the shift off. Counselor Trudeau compared to a news ring. This. Rydek basically is at the mercy of a news ring. I think that's even worse. That looks like a shackle or a manacle. More like a manacle, really.
Well,
I don't think I would want to be wearing that.
A few minutes more, and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
In other words, she almost
the
closed.
engineer that was out
Canonically.
That storm did a real number on him. He'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your iridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer. To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before. You're
rare. I know.
I was going to say special.
That's even worse. I'm pretty sure that's even worse.
Efforts to find a more readily
That's
available.
like about a half step above hidden people.
Join Starfleet.
With perhaps the most condescending sound.
I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
I don't like the attention it brings. Being treated differently than everyone else.
But you are different. That's not something you can change.
Not fun hearing that. It's never fun hearing that.
Makes it even more difficult than it already is.
And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his method?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks. Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. Which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake. What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. The breakthrough discovery. A major innovation. Something he can put his name on.
We all have to chase our dreams, don't we? We need to take some risks. Isn't that why we joined Starfleet?
But not at the expense of other people's lives.
Yeah, we're
It's too high a price to pay.
Yep, there's the red.
I was concerned when I heard what happened on the ring. You just followed Solano's orders despite having better options in front of you.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship. And everyone's curious.
And all starships, I'm pretty sure, are basically high schools at the end of the day.
It's completely stabilized.
Everybody talks.
Lecture, but I do feel it's my
Whether they know what they're
responsibility
talking
to
about or
remind
not.
you, without regular infusions of Duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Understood.
Then, my work here is done.
Lieutenant Bedrosian.
I came to see if you were okay. We were all pretty worried on the bridge. No one knew what was happening.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. It's just part of who I am.
I know she doesn't like the attention, but after a while we all learn, if you don't make them,
I'm
it
just
gets a
glad
lot
you're
less
okay.
weird if you don't make it weird. So we're just
You
gonna say
trusted
thank
me
you and
earlier
move on.
with the shields, and I appreciated that. I want you to know that I have your back.
Thank you.
Now, Carter, the emissions that gave you that burn are quite unusual. Everything else that goes with this storm. That's a combination of hyronolin and lectrazine to counter the radiation effects. That should help speed your healing. She's come by a couple of times to see you already. Be brief.
It's good to see you awake again. I was starting to get worried. Not that you aren't in good hands with Dr. Duvall. You did take one hell of a shot, though.
Ah, come on. You know you can't get rid of me that easy.
Don't push me, Diaz. You do not want to see me
Love
try.
it.
No.
Love the adventure.
I am not getting on your bad side.
I am a formidable enemy.
That might be fortunate.
Looks like
I
it
know
might be
it
too
doesn't look like it, but
wet,
it might be.
But since it's just us right now, I had a chance to think about this while I was away. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you. Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse, leaving it unsaid.
Wait, are you angry at me or something?
No!
Not that.
I love it.
I'm sorry. I'm probably making too big of a deal here. What I'm trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I want to see if there's more between us than just
Slow
friends.
down.
You don't have to explain it. I feel the same way.
Ooh.
There is something between us.
Yeah.
So, do you want to find out what that something is? If it's there
Let's
for
go
you,
back out of it.
and it's there for me, why not give it a try?
I have feelings for you. But I just don't want to ruin the way things are. You're one of my best friends. And you mean
Friends
so much
goes
to me,
out
and I
back.
don't
Yeah,
want to
slow
risk
down. That is the real one. Slow down.
I really don't.
I understand.
Sorry to interrupt, but the patient needs to rest if he wants to get back to his old self.
Of course. Hope you get better soon.
Thank God I was able to put the brakes on that. In my first place riding
Maybe just
it,
forget
and it
this
turned into a
conversation
rail.
happened.
It probably will anyway. But maybe I minimized it a bit.
Approaching the rendezvous point outside Atari space.
Helm, bring us out of...
No repeat, I'm impressed.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
Shield integrity holding. We can take it.
We are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain.
Oh, I just remember
Let's
going
reduce the
to
noise.
This is cool.
Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal types.
Spin the wheel, and find our shuttle.
I've located the shuttle.
Opening comms.
On screen.
Shuttle to Resolute. Shuttle to Resolute. Debris field. Lost maneuvering. Losing.
I can't get it any clearer. I won't get a transporter lock. It's just not happening.
Try to replace the vacuum.
We'll pull them directly into the docking bay.
Diaz, you good to run the tractor emitter?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Come on, Diaz. First thing, lock onto the shuttle and stabilize the rotation.
Alright, so that's what the fourth one's for. Clearly our diplomats in trouble. Next time we'll see we can try and prove it safely and bring them safe and sound, basically. See you then.